Hello Pisces, thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Lightseer's Tarot by Chris Ann. Supportive Oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen. Where's your last name, Gretchen? Let's look at the front. Raish Baskin. It's at the bottom there. That way, if you need to know how to spell her name to find her stuff, there you go. Sometimes you look up these artists, I've done it, and you find a bunch of other things they've made, and you might find some really cool things. So, if you're interested, I'm just saying. What do we have for Pisces? Starting off pretty interesting. Is it good, bad, or indifferent? Don't really know. Find out in a minute. Well, you got a really good ending. So, alright, so I'm going to say this, I'm a Pisces too, blah, blah, blah. I like to say that somewhere during the video anyway. Starting off, you have very interesting energy. Trickery with forgiveness with the Seven of Swords. You feel like somebody is messing with you. When I'm getting trickery, you're seeing it. Like you're identifying it. Like somebody who's not usually bad for you is doing something and you're like, that's bull. That's just bull. So the trickery, it doesn't mean doesn't have to mean like somebody is like setting you up. It just means like whatever they're saying to you, whatever they're doing, you're like, that's bull. That's not right. They could be literally telling you something, and maybe they're like, I really would prefer you did this instead of that. And they're making it out like it's better for you if you do it that way, and it's not. It's not. It's better for them, and you see it. It's kind of like, no, that's not better for me. That's better for you, and I'm not going to do that. Forgiveness with the trickery is telling me you're seeing it, and you're kind of letting it go. Kind of like, everybody has their moment. Every now and then people just do things they shouldn't or say something they shouldn't. So I'm just going to let this go, because you got the forgiveness and the Seven of Swords. Kind of like, I'm just going to walk away from it. I'm just going to walk away from it and pretend it just didn't happen. It is a moment that there's conflict between you and somebody else, so you're not, if they want you to do something and you're like, that's not in my best interest, you're not agreeing to it, they might try to push you to do it, but you're also like, you're not going to do it. I don't think it's going to be a big argument, but it's going to be a difference of opinion. But I feel like the way you solve it is just kind of like, listen, I said no, and then you just leave. I feel like you just leave, kind of like, I just got to go. I'm not going to have this conversation anymore. I'm noticing the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles isn't it's not the strongest of the Pentacles. However they're feeling, they might kind of hold on to that for a little while, but I'm also getting like, with the Page energy, it's more of a follower. If you're not playing into it, it doesn't seem like it has a lot of energy. It just doesn't it doesn't really I think of this as an adolescent, like 12, 13-year-old, where I like to give that analogy, like you wouldn't send them out with like, $500 in a car and be like, hey, good luck with your life. You know what I mean? First of all, at least in my country, it's not legal to drive at 12 or 13. And they're not set up to really make a living on their own and support themselves. So that's kind of what I'm trying to give you here. It's kind of like, it's not something that's really got a lot of strength to go very far, but it does seem to be an annoyance. I feel like it bothers you after the fact, and you might end up avoiding this person for a while. Because I'm getting here with the workaholic and the Five of Swords, you're centering on other things. You're staying away from this person. You're keeping yourself busy. Kind of like, I don't want to have that argument again. I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to avoid them until they get over it. In this situation, it may work well for you. Just kind of like, I'm going to do other things. If it's somebody you live with, you might be working overtime, or just kind of like, going to visit other friends, or just staying away from them for a while. Even if you're home and they're there, you're busy doing something, or you're like, I got to do this, I can't talk to you right now, you're staying away from them. I feel like they're realizing it. And they're kind of like realizing you're not happy with them and you don't want to really deal with them. The Tower card is saying they didn't realize they kind of stepped on your toes a little too much. And the Perfection is kind of like, I don't know, I'm getting this like a bad feeling with the Perfection, really. Kind of like, well, I'll do it myself and I'll show you that it's wrong or something like that. They might even be trying to convince other people to help them convince you to do it their way. This Perfection, the way it feels, it doesn't feel right to me. Because it feels like they want something and they want it their way. They're trying to push the situation. But the Tower card, also, it's falling on them. The Tower is falling on them. I don't think this is working out in their favor. I really don't. Whatever you're doing, that's the way this is supposed to happen. Whatever they want, that is not going to happen here. I'm getting when they try to pull other people in to convince you to do it their way, the reverse is happening. I think that's the Tower with the Perfection. People are saying, no, leave the Pisces alone. Leave the Pisces alone. The Pisces wants to do what they want to do. There's nothing wrong with that. Leave them alone. There might be some jealousy here. There might be some jealousy, like somebody else is jealous of you, and that's why they're trying to change what you're doing. So that way, it's kind of like if I can't have it, then you shouldn't have it either. So they're trying to like throw you off plan. It's not normal for this person though. It may be a temporary energy, and I feel other people, when they try to get other people to back them up, say, "Come on, stand with me and tell the Pisces not to do that anymore." And they're like, "No, the Pisces is fine. Leave the Pisces alone." Because you got the Soulmate card on your side, the expansion is going on the other side. I feel like other people are saying, no, you're doing good with that. Keep going, Pisces. Keep doing what you're doing, Pisces. And it's coming together great. Other people are basically, it's weird because this person tries to get other people to kind of almost like bully you into something, and they're like, we're not going to bully the Pisces. We like the Pisces. We wouldn't do that to the Pisces. And the Pisces is doing what's right for them. Leave the Pisces alone. This is making you feel really good because I feel like it's coming forward, kind of like leave the Pisces alone. It's one of those energies. What I'm going to the end of this, and I'm noticing this, like I said jealousy before, but I'm seeing it more now with insecurity popping in. Somebody wants you to change what you're doing because it's almost like you're doing better than they feel they could. Whatever you're doing, I feel like it's a good energy normally, but you're moving ahead. And it's almost like you're moving forward and they feel like you're moving forward without them, and it's bothering them. Kind of like if you do better and you keep doing better, you're not going to need me anymore. It's kind of one of those things. Kind of like Pisces, if you keep going better and better and better, we're not going to match anymore, and then I'm going to be stuck here by myself. You have to stay back here with me because I'll miss you, and I don't want to lose you. That's not really how this needs to go. They don't have to do what you're doing. They just gotta either leave you alone and let you do what you need to do, or just be supportive of your choices. One of the two. Either leave you alone or be supportive. They don't have to do what you're doing. And it seems like they're putting this weird energy on themselves. Like if the Pisces keeps doing better, I have to start doing better too, otherwise we're gonna grow apart. It is insecurity on their side. They're having a weird energy that's not even the truth of it though, but that seems to be how they're viewing it. Because I don't think you have that stipulation at all. Kind of like, I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's fine, and you do what you got to do, and we can still be connected the way we always have been. Like, to you, this is no condition of, like, these are no conditions of the connection you have with this person. There's no conditions like that. But to them, there is. Which is maybe something to note for some reason. You got renewal on your side, creativity, and the Six of Pentacles. I do feel like you're very giving. You seem to be doing very, very well. You're going to continue doing very well. You do have support around you, so there are other people who are supporting you. It's just somebody who's not. I feel like you're very disappointed in them. Kind of like there's somebody you feel really good about, somebody you very much care about, but you're very disappointed that they're kind of being a thorn in your side about this one subject. I think it's jealousy. I keep feeling this jealousy energy. I feel like you're very giving with that. You're doing much better. The creativity tells me you're going to grow even farther with whatever you're doing well with. keep going with it, keep going with it. You do still have support, though. It's just this one person just seems to bother you. You're going to discover what it's really about at some point. If you don't realize now, you will in the future. You'll see what's going on. You'll see that person for what they're it's like their own insecurities are beating them down. It kind of reminds me of high school, like when, like if for example, if you learned how to dance a certain way and it was really good, and somebody else, a friend of yours, was always the better dancer until you learned this dance and now you're the better dancer, and then they're like, that's not how this should be. I'm supposed to be that's my role. I'm the leader, not you, Pisces. I'm the leader. And they get upset and jealous, and then like, that dance is so stupid. I don't even know why you do it. Because they're having a hard time with it. Because it's weird. They're so used to being the one who's the better one. And then if you pull ahead and you start being the better one, which it's not a contest, but it's almost like life isn't a contest like that. But some people live their lives that way. When you pull ahead and you're doing really well, it makes them insecure. Kind of like, no, that was my thing. I was supposed to be the better one. And now you're taking that from me. That's not what's really happening, but that seems to be what's going on. Because the farther you go ahead, you're going to keep doing better, and you're going to keep doing better, and you're going to, whatever you're doing, you're excelling at. You got the Lovers card coming in. So you're going to keep excelling. This person, I don't see you pushing them out of your life. They may push themselves out of your life. I think that's rare. I don't think that's going to happen for most of you. But you're not the one pushing them out. They're pushing themselves out. So, and I've had that happen to me. I'm going to say this as a Pisces. You know, I'm typically very easy to get along with. But once in a while I do things that people don't expect I'm going to excel at. Or I have a talent that they just don't accept. And then when I prove that I do actually have a talent, they get a little bent out of shape about it. And then they start belittling, and I don't put up with that. So, I don't see you doing what I did. Like, if people are belittling, I don't put up with that, and they gotta go. But then again, I'm also getting this as an example. If this person starts getting a little belittling or nasty or saying rotten things, or, you know, I don't know why you do that. Or they'd start telling you lies, like you're not even really that good at it. This is going to be another version where they're pushing themselves out of your life. You not standing for that and saying, listen, I don't want you here if you're going to treat me like that. That's not you pushing them out of your life. That's them pushing themselves out of your life. Not standing for something and not letting somebody treat you badly, that's not you pushing somebody out of your life. That's them doing it to themselves. That's you standing your ground and not letting somebody treat you badly. So I for some reason, I want to put that out there. Not standing for somebody's bad behavior if it goes that way, that is not you pushing somebody out of your life. That is them doing that to themselves. You shouldn't be putting up with that anyway. So think of it that way, because I feel like some of you might be like, well, no, I did push them out because they were treating me bad. And that's correct, and you should do that. But that's literally their behavior causing that result for themselves. If they didn't do that behavior, that wouldn't have happened. You wouldn't have pushed them out. Like, you wouldn't have done that. They push themselves out. I don't know why. It's like, it feels semantics, I know, but for some reason, for somebody out there, it's kind of like you need to see it that way. Like, you standing up for yourself and having a standard is not pushing somebody out of your life. That's that person, and it's on them. Okay, I'm going to stop. Because I'll just say it 50 more times. I don't know why I keep saying it. I think somebody needs to hear it, so I'll let it go. Thank you for watching. I'm going to shut this down here. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.